Don't we have enough of coaches in this field?
Visibility and its strategic presence that will help you grow, not your performance.
How did you find your first client?
Because I started saying what I want.
What is it to wow humans?
It's my business child, I'll say. What makes you you? Any career transition is possible.
I could feel this energy in my studio. 3 things that people should have to build their career consciously.
Mindfully. I mean, I like the way you position it.
Get exhausted of working in corporate world? Would like to start your own business online? Coaching is open for you. You could empower women, for example. Would you like to have a career of wow coach? Just stop and watch this video and you will get the guide how you could do it. Hi, my name is Daria and welcome to Introwise. And today we have a guest. She's a women's career empowerment coach, consultant, speaker, ambassador in tech from Netherlands, Lidia Timkovskaya. Lidia, I'm really happy to have you here.
Glad to be here, Daria. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so who are you at all?
The main thing you should know about me to understand what I do is that I really truly believe in the power of women in the business. And what I do is I work with women to help them truly believe in themselves, unlock their leadership potential, and go for those leadership roles that they truly believe they can make an impact.
So what is it to wow humans? Just in 2 words, what is it?
It's my business child, I'll say. Wow Humans is a boutique coaching and training bureau that I've built after building my own career in business. And after understanding that it is very important to bring that human element in business. Wow Humans is the mindset of how to bring your full self at work and succeed.
So, and you have been working for years in the corporate world, and you said today, just 2 seconds ago, yes, that you just mastered yourself in the business world. And I just to remind the people that you worked in Danone, you worked in BAT. How did you manage to take such a risk to go into a free fall of coaching? How did you understand that you're ready, just have a mindset, yes, for it?
Sure. So I think it wasn't like, kind of a crazy thing to do, but it was a very logical thing to do for me, to go for coaching other people.
So it was intelligent risk for you? You not just decided one night and to get up and say, oh, it's enough for me working for someone, make money for someone.
No, I think it was actually a very conscious, logical mindfulness step for me, in fact. I was also curious to change functional roles. So within my own career, I've been working in HR, in strategic procurement, in sustainability, and then diversity and inclusion, and specifically gender equality agenda came to me, and I was like, wow, I'm so inspired by this, and I'm interested to take this as my next challenge. And with all the skills that I have gained across my career, with all the turns that I have been making because of my conscious interest and building up on my previous skills and experience, I was like, wow, I have things to learn in this field of gender equality and coaching women specifically, but I have so much to give.
So why did you choose, Lydia, this niche, empowerment of women?
I've started noticing some common anchors, common things that hold women back. And moreover, I've started seeing how this very same anchors have been holding myself back in my own career. And by becoming more aware of these things, and I will happily share what they are and which ones every woman can potentially trace back in herself.
What is it?
It's often positioning yourself in a secondary type of role. It's staying silent in a meeting, for instance, when you have things to say, but you are not confident enough that your idea is worth it, that your voice is worth it. It's sometimes staying shy from the results that you have generated and expecting business leaders and your colleagues to notice, to see that she's doing amazing things, and just waiting to for people to give you the approval and then maybe promote you, and not stepping in yourself and saying, hey, I'm proud of myself. I believe I can make a change for the business, for my function, for my organization. And just, kind of hesitating and not having enough self-confidence, but also not having enough executive and business presence is what holds most of the women, included myself, in the past, back from stepping into their leadership roles.
What should be prepared for this transition from, corporate world to coaching? You should have some unique experience, connections. So why do you think that you could, when you thought in that time that you could be this empowerment power, I could say?
Yeah, thanks a lot. So there are several things. So in my experience, I have just been making so many career transitions that I believe that almost any career transition is possible. That's one.
Yeah, we must repeat it. We must repeat that every transition could be possible for our audience.
People and women often, overestimate the amount of barriers there are, and they're building a lot of walls in their own heads. And therefore, they're not going for changes, transitions, promotions they would want to go for. And part of my job is taking away these mental barriers. And second reason I decided to go for it is because I just saw a huge business potential in it.
Don't we have enough of coaches in this field?
Wait a sec. For women specifically, there is a big, I don't like this word even, but there is a huge business case for it. Having women on leadership roles is not only future fit, it not only makes organizations more innovative, more long-term thinking, but also it is just profitable. And I just want to tell every woman looking up this interview is that there is a space for you. There are people who want to support you, maybe in your company, maybe outside of it. They are there. The business and the world need more women leaders. So please know that if you want to grow, there are people and organizations that want to support you in this growth.
One thing that I would like to add, that we need to use this opportunity to grow online. And so, for example, Introwise is just like an organizer of the business of people who would like to reach more clients. They would like to minimize their time for organizing their work, just like an ad to it. Yeah, so it's a good chance to try to use it. So what is your specific, if we talk about women, there are too many women who would like to enter a lot of professions, from retail business to maybe just opening, I don't know, cafe shop. So what is your unique specialty? Maybe did you find it, or you just open to everyone?
No, I think my specialty is working with women that want to go for leadership, specifically in the corporate setting. It's not anyhow industry related. I've been working with women from mining, from retail, from consumer goods, from tech. We start from the very, very, kind of strange for the business context discussions on who you are as a human being, what's your identity about, and building it from within, building it from your own very personal story, understanding who you are as a personality helps all these women always have this platform of identifying who you are. And that gives a very, very strong inner presence, if you want, in any business context, in any meeting. And then I start to equip them, and we start to work together on building their strategic thinking, on deciding how and which stakeholders do they need to influence in their business,
When just have clients to help them in the professional life, what are the biggest missteps that they take from your experience?
They come to me saying, okay, I want to become the head of my department. I want to get a promotion and get relocated. I want to change functions. They tell it to me, but they don't tell it to their boss or their leadership teams. Whereas some statistics from an interesting book, How to Grow Your Pie, say that it's visibility and it's strategic presence that will help you grow, not your performance. Of course, you have to be a good enough professional, but you have to say it and be visible to those who make decisions about your growth.
So it's about conscious control of your career. So could we just tell about three things that people should have to build their career consciously?
Right. Mindfully. I mean, I like the way you position it. So the very first thing I believe is true, and women should absolutely do it, but also men, is realize who you are. And it's what makes you you. And a lot of people have a very similar reaction to yours, like, oh, they are ready to say who they are as a professional or like anything. But thinking of what are the features that describe you as a personality and that are very true to you, they define you. And a good way, if you need to reflect on that, if you want to reflect on that, a good way to check in with yourself is to think about important experiences that happen to you in your life, independent of the
unique experience.
Your unique experience. Each of us has a unique experience that have shaped you into the person you are today. And by thinking about those important events and the way they have impacted you and realizing how they have impacted you will help you define what is that very true core of yourself. That's number one. Second is understanding what holds you back. Do I have strategic vision of what I want to achieve? Do I come to my boss, leadership team, my stakeholders with this vision? Do I tell them I want to grow and this is what I want to build? And then get some support if you need in articulating all of that.
We understand, we are aware where we would like to go. So how we could, divide these goals for like one goal for a year, or how it looks like. So how coach helps to deal with that.
All right. Well, with my approach, because I always start from within, you already understood how I do that.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to make sure that you have a big goal first. It can be, I don't know, a life goal, a 1 year, a 3-year goal, but I mean, sort of a longer, bigger goal. It's not something like from, your personal development plan or your career growth plan. It's very much within. You're like, okay, I'm going to do it anyways. And then we chunk it into steps. I like to see the goals starting to be activated quite quickly. Once you have realized what is it that you want to do, we set about 3-month goals that are in between. Having intermediate goals, but that are very linked to what's important to you and linked to your big goal is something that helps, and what I do in my coaching and my leadership training.
It's really wow, Lydia, really. But there is one more problem. It is like commitment to yourself. I do it, but I should check myself. So how to properly be motivated every day for your goals, for doing small step to your goal?
Yeah. When it's from outside, it's not so much yours. You're like, okay, maybe it's mine. Maybe someone else told me that this should be my goal. Maybe I've seen cases when women are raised with an expectation of, being a, how do you call it? A good girl, getting 100% or 5 or A grades in school. And then she's just, following this expected trajectory. But when she's setting up these goals from within of what's important to her, there is no commitment problem. It's really inside.
For example, there are a lot of people and professionals who would like to enter career coaching market. So what would you tell them just how they should start, what education they should have, what would you recommend to them to be competitive?
I feel like it's almost like my mantra. What I'm telling anyone who wants to do any sort of job, make sure you understand how it's part of your own story. When you have realized that, and you know also what is it that you can give to people, just start doing it. It's that simple. You will get the understanding with time of what sort of education you need. When I started my practice, I realized, okay, I need to strengthen my gender education. I need to get a professional coaching diploma. When I run business trainings, obviously I need to equip myself, and I already had business training, but I needed to refresh it. You will be continuously learning, and I am learning at the moment still. And I will be learning. All of us are if we want to succeed in any sort of career, we need to be on a continuous learning journey. But just realize how it's part of your story, because only when you are truly owning any sort of profession, and there is a link between who you are as a person and who you are as a professional, people will trust in you. And then just learn, what you need to learn to be better at it.
Yes, that's just understand what is yours and just write the roadmap.
Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the last but not the least, Introwise brand questions for you, Lidia. Why did you become a coach, a mentor, who you are now?
Because I see what I can give to people, to women specifically. There is something for me to give, and that is what I do.
Perfect. How did you find your first client?
They found me because I started saying what I want.
It's the best, answer that the clients find you, not you.
Because I started saying what I want, that I want to help people achieve next level. With time, I realized it's women.
Nice.
But start saying what you want, and people will be like, oh, there is a link maybe within the business context. If you say I want to grow in my career, people will be like, oh, I have a project for you.
Perfect. What is your favorite business advice?
Go for it.
Great. What is your favorite time management advice?
If I have, 1 hour to cut the tree, I will spend 50, 40 minutes sharpening my axe. Prepare, make the time. Don't go for it immediately, but think about it, tweak about it, reflect why it's yours, build your vision, and then only go for it.
So, Lidia, where people could find you?
LinkedIn, Lidia Timkovskaya, Wow Humans, my website, and Women On, the Telegram channel that I have recently started, and where I collect business advice and leadership advice for women.
So welcome as for our audience. And do you have an Introwise account?
Yes, I do now.
Yeah? Oh, perfect, perfect. So, and we added to our interview that people could find you not just on LinkedIn, but also on Introwise, because also we have, just some organization skills, how to help you as a coach to organize your work effectively.
Yeah, totally. And that's very important, because if you want to achieve your goals, and if you want to do make sure you're clear on what your specialty is, and use support to make things easier on the way for you. And I think Introwise is doing a great job helping coaches make it easy to support people in their growth.
Yeah, thank you, Lidia. It was very energetic interview. I could feel this energy in my studio.
You're right. That's part of my job. And thanks for having me, Daria. I think you guys are doing a great job, and very interesting interviews that I've been enjoying so far. So hopefully.
And I would like to remind you that Introwise is all about inspiration, tech, and business. Don't hesitate. Subscribe to our Introwise YouTube channel, and you will get more information for yourself to be more productive, successful, and just organize your work in a good way.